You follow your parents' example, their lead. Right now, when I make my bed, you can't get into it unless you pull really hard. I fold my socks the way that he folded his socks.
Bree O'Neill has never worn a uniform, but her father was in the Army, and she comes from a family with a rich legacy of serving their country.
My mom was one of 16 kids. She had 13 brothers, and of the 13 brothers, 10 served in the military from World War II to the Vietnam War.
It's a source of pride that has led her to work closely with veterans and their families, Blue Star families whose loved ones are active duty military, or Gold Star families who have lost someone on the battlefield. And then there's the families of soldiers who are prisoners of war or are still missing in action.
If you can imagine to have memories that are frozen in time when you saw your brother or your father last, and that's the only memory that you have, and you don't know what happened to him after that point in time.
O'Neill works with families who live with that pain.
Their loved ones served their country bravely and were never heard from again. And so I've talked to sisters who are 80 years old, or a wife who is 75, and she's still waiting for answers. And so that's what motivates me.
She says funding has helped the POW/MIA accounting agency recover missing soldiers and bring their remains home.
I don't believe in the word closure, but it brings them some sense of comfort.
An active member of the Patriot Guard Riders, O'Neill works with the Missing in America project, where she helps welcome home the remains of military personnel who are unclaimed.
Basically, we stand, do a flag stand by the gravesite for no other reason that wherever the spirit of that service member is, that he knows that someone remembered him and respected his service to our country.
O'Neill says she hopes everyday people realize that they play a role in making sure that veterans, both young and old, and active military get the respect, the resources, and the benefits that they deserve.
If you don't want our service members to lose their basic housing allowance, then you need to call up your congressperson or your senator. So I think if we could educate the public, our communities, with regard to those things that directly impact our service members, veterans, and military families, I think that's the best way we could help and support them.
O'Neill says it's the least we can do to show our gratitude.
I have had tremendous opportunities and experiences in my life, and none of that would be possible if it wasn't for those defenders of freedom who were willing to give their lives so that I could experience true American ideals.
I'm Nancy Yamada for State Circle.